Thanks everyone for joining today's Salesforce CPQ online training from svtechsoft. Pritika is our trainer. She is taking over for today's demo. Yeah, Pritika, now we can share your screen. Okay, start session for today.
Yeah. So hello everyone. So we are starting with like our CPQ demo. So I am here to elaborate you all the stuff that we will be having in our CPQ training and that we are organizing on the behalf of svtechsoft. So starting with the introduction that we have. So Salesforce CPQ was introduced by like Max Rudman in 2012. So currently, like we have two type of CPQ that are used in market so far. Can anyone name one that you know, the other CPQ other than the Salesforce CPQ? Anyone of you? Okay. So other than Salesforce CPQ, we have two type of CPQ. Like one is Salesforce CPQ, other is Oracle CPQ. Okay. So both of the CPQ, after CPQ is being introduced by Salesforce itself, but it is introduced by a different company. And Oracle CPQ is like it has Salesforce UI, but introduced by a different company. And the other one is the Oracle CPQ that is defined by Oracle itself and have an Oracle UI itself. Okay, so firstly, we have only this two type of CPQ before 2012. So when we were using this two type of CPQ, when we raise any Salesforce like CPQ ticket or anything, it was like getting very lengthy to get it resolved because they have different UI. So in 2012, Rudman introduced CPQ for Salesforce itself. So what Salesforce CPQ have is like it is using custom objects as well as standard object. Okay. So in after CPQ, they were having all the custom objects. So we were not using any existing system, same for Oracle. But for Salesforce CPQ, what we have is like we were using custom object as well as standard object. So standard object means like whatever we have in Salesforce, like account, contact, opportunities, all those were used in Salesforce CPQ. Now coming to okay, so like who can acquire the Salesforce CPQ training? So anyone who have a basic knowledge of Salesforce, like for admin who knows the configuration of Salesforce, or anyone who have like all the configuration about the development or like all the Salesforce knowledge, can get this Salesforce CPQ training. Now, like how it is useful with our normal Salesforce process. So we will talk about it, like how it is related with each other. So the first thing that is like interconnected with Salesforce CPQ is we have product, then we have price book. Okay, so this thing we use in normal CPQ as well as Salesforce as well as in our CPQ itself. Okay, so like how we use it in CPQ. Okay, so anyone knows what relationship do we have between product and price book? Do we have any direct relationship? Okay, so let me explain this to you. So what we have for product and price book, we have like many to many relationship. Okay, so if you are introducing any product over here, okay, so you have one product and you have price book object. So these both object we have in our Salesforce. Okay, and in product, let's take some simple product. So you have lab 1, lab 2, and you have price book. You want to sell it to India, you want to sell it to US, and you want to sell it in Europe. Okay, so like sorry,
we can't see your screen. Like, are you typing anything? We are seeing only your slide.
Okay, 1 second. Let me share it once again if you can see it. Can you see it now?
No.
Which screen is visible now? Can you help me with that?
No, it's all blank now. Now trend. Yeah, now we see. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so I will revise it once again. So we have like two types of object, product and price book. So in product, we introduce like two product like lab 1 and lab 2, and we have three kind of price book. We want to sell this both product in different countries like India, US and Europe. So what we will do is we will be creating multiple price book for it with this only two product. So we will introduce some standard price to this that will be 100 and 200. Okay. Now what make it easier is like since we want to make it to sell same product in different country, we will have a many to many relationship between all three products. Okay. So can we have many to many relationship directly between objects? As you know, like what many to many relationship is. So according to like Salesforce, we cannot have directly many to many relationship between objects. So we introduce a junction object between this. Okay. So that junction object was price book entry. And in price book entry, what we can have is like we can sell lab for US. So 100 and 200 is the list price that we introduced with when we are setting up lab product itself. But while we are sending it with the US price book, we can change it price. Okay, so apart from standard price, we can have different price for the same price book. So that can be 200. Okay, for same price like lab 1 euro, it can be 500 and same for lab 2. So this these three objects like product, price book entry and price book, all three objects is same for Salesforce as well as Salesforce CPQ. Now coming to the process that we have for normal Salesforce. So like how we get leads in our Salesforce. Okay, so that is from like campaign. Okay, from campaign.
Hello.
Yeah.
I just want to know what is many to many relationship.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I just want to know what is many to many relationship.
Okay, so what is many to many relationship? This is for like normal Salesforce spec that we have. So 1 second. Okay, so when like you can see here like same product of one object, like same record of one object is related to different object of the other object and vice versa. So that is many to many relationship. Like you can see here, like lab 1 is related to Europe itself and to US itself. Same for US. US is related to 100 and lab 1 and lab 2 both. So that is kind of many to many relationship. Like you have multiple relationship between object with the same record. Did you get it?
Yes, got it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so coming to the normal Salesforce process we have, so we need a lead to create account contact. Okay, so from where we get some leads. So that is like a campaign that we have. Campaign can be done by advertising or like calling. Okay, or like doing SMS to the customers, etc. Or all these things. So we are considering like, okay, we have done some advertisement and we got one lead over there. So after advertisement, we got a lead. Lead is something when we get to know that, okay, customer is interested towards us. Okay. So this lead does not lead us to that it will be confirmed customer to us. It can be loose. It can be a like we can lose this or we can gain this. Okay. So if we gain this opportunity, what we create, anyone knows about it? If you have a Salesforce basic knowledge, you should know. Like after we get lead, what we get. Okay, so like we have, if we gain this lead, we have
Customer?
account. Yeah, so so that is correct. We have a customer, and in the Salesforce platform, we record that customer on the basis of account, contact, or opportunity. Okay, so account is nothing but company. If any company is interested, contact is nothing but a person if interested, and opportunity is something about personal customer detail. So these are all three objects that we use for storing customer detail if we gain any opportunity. After gaining this opportunity, we give quotation to that customer. Okay, quote, and quote is the object that we are using, and we give them quotation by this. And then we have order. Order is like whatever lines we have on the code as a code line will get as an order line, and then we have contract. So this is all about basic thing that we have in our Salesforce right now. So how this all is related to CPQ, we will see. Okay. So firstly, what is the full form of CPQ? Anyone know can explain me if they know about CPQ? Like how we are using it, any advantage for it from the normal Salesforce?
We just know about that configure, price, and quote. So we just need to configure the product, and then we need to give some pricing for that product based on the customer, and then we need to quote for the, I mean, final price of that product. That is a quote. We know that.
Yeah, so yeah, that is good. Yeah, so I will elaborate the same. That is correct. So we have configure price code thing in our CPQ. So what is configure first? So I will elaborate on that. So configure is nothing but why, like when we are configuring, like we have different kind of hundred of product in our company, but how we are selling it and how we are like giving sales rep to use it on the UI, that is like configure. So like if we have printer, okay, sales rep want to buy a printer, but like sell a printer, but what if we give option to select him paper bundle, a charger, or a battery? So what this will help us is like this can increase our sales process. Like we can okay, so we will answer this all question in the end. You can send me in the chat, we can go through it once again, and if you have anything that we can resolve it right now, you can interrupt in between. I will be like resolving it soon. Okay, so first coming back to the printer bundle. So if you are selling any product, coming to the configuring part, if you are sending printer and if we give UI for selecting paper bundle, charger, or battery, so it will increase our sales process. It will give a UI experience to the sales rep that he can buy paper bundle also, or charger, or a battery. So whatever make easy for sales rep to sell a product, that is called a configure, and that is like very easy in CPQ and very configurable. Okay, coming to the price. So what price is like, if you are selling any product on a quantity of 100, but what if you want to have it have any discount schedule based on the quantity? So you can do it via discount schedule. So like for changing pricing, we have many things, like we can have discount schedule. Okay, and we can have price rules. Okay, we have different pricing methods. So all this will help us in CPQ to configure pricing. Okay, so I will elaborate some of them in the end when we will be like diving into it. Firstly, we will talk about what the major part CPQ covers. Okay, now configure pricing, and the third part is quotation. So code template, like you can see in like normal Salesforce org, we have a code document. So that code document is standard document and have a standard fixed layout. So we cannot change it. But in Salesforce, we have a right to change any color, any logo, or any type of business scenarios that we want to implement. We can do it. So that type of code document customization we can do it. So this is all about the CPQ introduction that we have. Now coming to like why CPQ is important. So CPQ is important, like it helps to close deal faster. Like if you have a simple UI where you can select thousands of product, you can have a complicated pricing, and you can just complete it in some simple clicks. So that is why CPQ is important for the larger deals. Then the second thing is like it gives company control or visibility to what being offered and what's being sold. So in CPQ, like we have renewals and amendments where company can see like over hundreds of year or over 2 to 3 past of years what they are what they are buying, what they are selling, what is their revenue. All that became very easy with CPQ. So that is one thing that is beneficial for a company to have CPQ in their org. Then the third thing is enable companies to launch new revenue model. So the new revenue model, it means like if any company wants to add any product to their business, so and have it on the sale quickly, so that is very easy to configure because we can have like on a simple click we can easily add product, their price, their standard price and everything. So it became like easy for sales rep, for admin and everyone to see their sales process. Now coming to like how companies are using Salesforce CPQ. So for
A
now,
quick question. A quick
yeah.
question. I mean, the customer is not engaged anywhere, right? Except on the phone. I mean, how the customer, there is no community site or kind of thing, right? From the CPQ point of view.
So like how customer is engaged is like whenever sales rep is selling any product. So if you are in on a UI screen, like I told the example earlier, also like like customer asks like I want printer, okay, but the sales rep see on the screen like with printer I can sell you a paper bundle, I can sell you a charger, it is on the discount. Okay, so chargers will be on discount if you will be buying two printers. So like you can engage your customer on the basis of UI what you have, like you can make discounting on everything and product, and that will be on your UI, and you can explain your customer that okay, if you will be buying it more, you will be getting more discounts into it. And at last what we present to the customer is our code document. So code document is like very have very nice layout and very understandable for the customer, and whatever needs that a customer have, we can build it on it. Does it answer your question?
So basically, the sales representatives, it's helping to sell their products.
Yeah. Yeah, so like if we are looking like from our perspective, and if we are a developers, okay, so we want to gain CPQ projects, right? So we need to have like if we need a CPQ project, what you will give to the customer? Our customer is a client who have its own business in our Salesforce. Let's say he have his own business in Salesforce, but we want to convert it into CPQ. So how you will like explain him how his will become easy so that his selling will be more. Okay. And if you will see as a sales rep, and if you need to sell it to your customer, then you need to see like how like you are increasing your sales of product. Right?
Can you give some industries where CPQ is used?
Okay, so like we have many industries, like some of are like IT one, which are selling their clouds over there, which some have their manufacturing bundles, some have you can say like one of the Glassdoor. So Glassdoor is using CPQ to sell its products. So like if you have Glassdoor and you have any, like you are sending any advertisement to it, okay, so you have one particular block where that advertisement should be shown. So when you are buying it, like you need to set it time, like when's time, how many advertisement should be shown. So all this can be like easily configured by a CPQ to sell their product like advertisement.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just relating to the B2B. That's the reason I asked this question. Thank you. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
you are breaking for me.
I'm saying I'm correlating with the B2B, cloud craze or commerce. So that's the reason I asked this question, how the CPQ is helping, because the way the products and all configured, like dynamic kit, what you're explaining, bundling nothing but dynamic kit there in the B2B world. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so like what we need to explain, like if we are selling, like if we are suggesting any company to use CPQ, what we need to explain them is like how it will be easy to sell their product. And if we are talking about customer, then only code document will be there with them to see. Okay, so moving forward, so how, yeah. When you are like breaking for me, if you have anything
No, I'm good.
on the chat. Okay,
I'm
thank
good.
you. Okay, so like how many companies are using Salesforce CPQ? So for now, like after CPQ was like more into market and mostly companies are using into that, but like slowly many processes are like companies who are already using Sales Cloud of Salesforce to sell their product are moving towards Salesforce CPQ. And we have like 974 companies who are already registered with Salesforce CPQ. Okay, so the other like why companies are moving towards CPQ and like so our career, like why we need to learn CPQ. So currently what I see is like every company, like if they are moving from a small business to a bigger business, so they have like very complex calculations and something they're doing on the spreadsheets, something on the formula fields. So like to avoid all those spreadsheet calculation, we can use CPQ where we can enhance their CPQ like quotation process. So we can like make it much easier by renewals, amendments, or their past sales and previous sales. That is will be easy. Then second point is CPQ speed up process for most complex codes that we already discussed. Third point is like more accurate code. So this is something like we have in our managed package where we can have like precision for the 4 decimal, 3 decimal, whatever accuracy you need for the calculation, for the discounts, you can have them. Fourth point is it helps front office and back office to work together. So this is something like if any sales rep is selling any product and he's sending it to customer, and back office who is like configuring new product and like configuring all the business. So if they want to know like how sales is processed, so they can easily use code document to see how sales process is going. So that is like all on the permission. Whoever needs permission, we can give them and they can see all the objects like code documents. So all processes like very open over here. We can see how many sales products are sales, how many code documents are sent to the customer, how many deals are closed. This is all easy. Then the fifth point is when companies silo data, it's practically impossible for team to track, analyze, or forecast accurately. To solve this, okay, so this is something like when any team like we have something that is missing, like we sell any product with lesser price, any one of them do any mistake to sell any product, so we can easily track them, that like when we have sell this product, how, when it is ending, and how, when we can renew it. So this all is very easy in CPQ. Now coming to the thing like what we will include in our CPQ training. So first it will be like installing the package. Will be installing package. So this will be a managed package, and we will be using CPQ objects as well as standard objects. So CPQ has a trial org. So we will be installing this, we will have one trial org and we will be installing this managed package into it, and then we will be doing practice. And this like I can provide you the link. So firstly, CPQ provide the managed package only for 3 months, and now we can have it for like more than 3 months. So that is like unlimited period, so you can do it now for unlimited time and you can have it for lifetime. Then we have post installation step also into it, where we need to, like, we have different layout for CPQ. So if you are using any standard layout, so after installing the CPQ, we can have all those post installation steps, where on the standard object we need to change it to the CPQ layout. So all those steps we will be doing together. Then all the tabs, this is all the part of post installation step. So like configure setting demo, it is like whatever setting we do into the configure package, we will be doing that. Then we will be setting out the CPQ layout, and the fourth part is customizing your tabs demo. It is something like where we need to set up tabs that will be mostly used, we will be doing that. So you will on this module you will have your CPQ layout ready to practice. After this, we will have a CPQ setup, where these are all the basic thing, and the major thing that we are using, that is product family, product bundle, feature, option, summary variable, discount schedule, and code tablet. So let's talk about them one by one. First is product family. So what is product family? Is like we have product like laptop.
You mean product
We
categories?
have yeah, that is product category. So we have like laptop, charger, we have battery, we have okay, antivirus. Okay, so we can define their family over here. Like laptop can be a hardware, charger can be an accessory. Okay, battery can be the same accessory, and antivirus can be a software. Okay, so all this we can have, like we can define family of product, and like on the basis of this, like if we want like any sales rep want that how many chargers are sold in this year, so based on these families we can have it like easily aggregate this field. So this families is like make job easier to aggregate thing over family. And then we have product bundle, feature, and option. Okay, so product bundle is something, firstly I will give you an example. So product bundle is something if we have a laptop. Okay, we have charger, battery, and antivirus into like with laptop we are selling charger, battery, and antivirus. Okay, so if any customer wants to buy laptop with charger, okay, but don't want to buy a battery with it, so like this is kind of a dynamic bundle where he can check this one, but he will not select these two. He can only buy laptop with charger. Okay, or sometimes he have charger but he want laptop with antivirus only, so that can also be sold. And so this will be, this complete is our bundle. Okay, laptop with all these three products. And what all three these are options. Options to select within bundle. Okay, now coming to feature, what feature is? So we can like categorize these three into features. So what we can do is like accessory, which we have as family, we can have it as a feature. Okay. Okay, so you can see here, like when you will open this bundle like laptop, you will see two feature over there. One is accessory, one is software. So in feature, if accessory, in accessory you can buy anything like charger or battery, or within software you can have an antivirus. I will give you a real-time example. Okay, so this is a kind of bundle that I have seen. So like if we have any subscription product, so what all features that I have is platform subscription, add-on, FTE service, and support. These are all features. So when I will go into a different tabs, I can see the options that I have for those features. So for platform subscription, I have option for essential package, professional package, premium package, and all these. Same for add-on, FT service, and support. So this is a kind of example that we have for bundle. Now within this bundle, we have something called as option constraint. So for option constraint, we have two kind of option constraint. That is inclusive, exclusive, and dependency. So what exclusive is, like we will, for exclusive, we need to configure it on the product itself. So if we have an exclusive, like battery can be only if charger is if you are buying charger, then you cannot buy battery. This is kind of an exclusive. And dependency is something like if you have buy charger, then only you can buy the battery. This is kind of dependency we have for option constraint. Now coming to the next thing that we have, that is summary variable. So in the normal Salesforce, we have a roll-up summary where we can have some max minimum of the child products. So summary variable is something that it is a kind of record. It is not a metadata. It is kind of record data that we can create to roll up from child to parent. Okay, then we have discount schedule. Discount schedule is one type of pricing method. Let me explain this one to you. So if we have like we have one glass, okay, that is for 1 rupees. Okay, and we have discount schedule for 1 to 10. We have 10%. For 10 to 20, we have 30%. So, and for 20 to 30, we have 50%. So what we will go over, like if you are buying 25 glass, okay, customer needs 25 glass. So what here will be 25 into 1, that will be 25. So in which range it will come? That will be the third range. So third range, we can have it 50% discount. Okay, so that will be something like 12.5. So directly on the runtime, if you set any discount schedule on any product, and whenever you will like give only the quantity, the price will be in front of you on the basis of this discount schedule. So there are like many more pricing methods that we can use to like define prices. Okay, so we have already discussed product bundle, and the last one is code template. So here is one UI that we have for the code document. So the layout that is in front of you, this is all like the standard layout. You only need to fill the company address, the date, expiration date, like this all can be tracked in from the code itself. Only you need to fill in one record. like ship to bill to field, you need to only define which field you need, from which you need to take it, and then it will directly take it dynamically every time. Same for this table, you need to just define the field from which you need to carry out, and then it will, every time the document will generate, it will be dynamic according to your code. You don't need to define it every time, but if you want to change it, you can do it also. So everything that is here, one more thing that is not here, it is a company logo that we can also define here very easily by adding it into the document tab and using that document for the logo field. So on code document, we have like different kind of objects like code template and everything. So in code template, we have one logo field where only we need to fill as the document name, and it will directly pull the logo over here. So like it makes the code document very easy to get. Okay, so and now we have guided selling. So let's say guided selling is something like if we have 100 of products in on our UI on the code line editor, and now customer wants to see only some specific one, and he does not want to scroll into the down and then see the product, or he want to compare price on the UI itself with all together of like filtered product. So guided selling have three objects like code process, process input, and process input condition. So code process is something that we have it over here. We need to define for which we need to code process. Process input are all these: fabric type, fabric width, and fabric length. So we need to provide a process input from which it will like automatically filter your product. And the third one is process input condition. So process input condition, if like for linen, we need any specific width to be auto populated. So if we put any process input condition, it will directly take the width or length. So this we can all cover in guided selling, and it is something like which is used to filter product, but it is different from search filter. Now coming to the contracting process that we have. So contract life cycle till the contract is same. Only thing is like we can have different fields, CPQ standard field like discounts, discount schedules, and additional discounts over quote line over quote. So all these fields can make contracting more easier. What we will discuss it like renewal process and amendment process from the basic Salesforce process. Okay, so till contract, you were with me. So we generated contract. Okay, so what if like in between contract, anyone wants to have some more product? Like if someone, okay, let me explain by example. So we have any product with quantity of 4. Okay, product 1 with quantity of 4, and we reached till contract. Okay, and we reached till contract, but in between customer wants to increase product one quantity to 5. So what we need to do is on the same contract we will have an amend button. Okay, so while we will do amend, it will ask us like how many product you want to amend. Okay, and if you have like 2-3 products, like this is one, you can have more product 2 with quantity T. Okay, so but you only want to amend product 1, so you will select product 1 over there, and you can increase its quantity. So what CPQ will help you is like this, since this product was bought like from 1st January to December, but you increase one more product in July. So CPQ will take care of all the date, like those 4 products were used from January to July, and from July you are using 5 products. So all those calculation is handled by CPQ amendment process. So you don't need to worry about any amendment, like how product is already used, what they are buying now. So all this can be tackled, and also the product that we have already bought is getting attached to the previous contract. So you can track it like what was before and what was not. Now the second process that we have is the renewal. So renewal is something where if you are if you are buying the same product, like you are buying this and you want the same product, you buy it from January to December and you want to renew it from 21 Jan 21. Then what you need to do is go on contract and renew those. So all the product that you have it on the previous contract, that will be renewed to the new one, and you will have like same product quantity and everything over there. So that process also get easier with it. And that you, whenever like when we go much deeper, you will get to know like there are many fields that track your previous sale, current sale and everything we have. Okay. Then we have product rule, price rule, and money. Like these are some main feature that cannot be like achieved by any normal process. So first one is product rule. So product rule is something. Product rule and price rule both are used on the code line editor itself, where our validation rule and everything doesn't work. So we need to use product rule or price rule over there. So these are kind of process builder and workflow that we have in our like normal sales process, I can say, but in CPQ we need to use. So product rule, we have like 4 type of product rule, that is select, validation, alert, and filter. So for select, if you want to select any product on the basis of any condition, that can be done. For validation, this is same kind of validation that we have on in normal, but this is for product. Like if you want any product which that cannot have quantity more than 500, so we can have validation over there. Alert message is something like a soft validation where customer can continue, like by clicking on continue, move to the next process. And filter is something if we want to hide or show any product, or like there are many different actions that we can do within products. So product rule is more related to product thing, like you can play over there. Now coming to the price rule. Price rule is like workflow, and like if you want to change any pricing, you want to display any field, you want to update any field, so you can use price rule. And you can have different condition like after calculate, before calculate, same as trigger over there. So like it is same as workflow, I can say. Now we have multi-dimensional quoting. So multi-dimensional quoting is something like if you want to sell any product, okay, there is product 1 and customer is committing you to buy this product for 3 years. Okay, but what he's saying, like for year 1 quantity should be 4, for year 2 quantity should be 6, for year 3 quantity should be 8. So beside of using a different contract for each year, we can use one contract that can, and we can configure this product on the basis of year. Okay, and like we can sell it according to it. So this is kind of multi-dimensional quoting, and this can be achieved by by having a dimensions on the product itself. So this is included in product configuration, and this can be achieved in CPQ. Now additionally, like this was all about CPQ that we will be covering, and we will have like provide you syllabus, like whatever else we have in CPQ, we will be having all of them, like pricing method, different kind of products, all we can have it. Additionally, what we are providing is advance approval. So advance approval is something we have like standard approval, but I will suggest that with Salesforce CPQ we should have advance approval, because standard approval, the basic, like the major difference why we use advance approval is because we don't have like we like I will explain you with example. Like if you have any like we have we have serial approval in the standard process, but like we have 2 teams that are service and one is sales. Okay, and we have like both type of product in our code, and we want like whenever we submit code, we want this approval to be triggered to both. So this is kind of parallel approval that we have, and this can be achieved by advanced approval. Like we can have different lanes over there, we can have different approvers over there, we can have different, like we can have dynamic approver over there. Like every time a quote is submitted, that quote is should be submitted to his manager. Like we can do those all things. One thing that we have extra over there is delegate approver also. Like if any approver is not present for some time, we can easily set any delegate approver for some time and he can approve it on behalf of the main approver. So these all the kind of things we will be like having in advance approval. We have different like we have a record data for email template where we can save IDs of VF template and then we can use it into the advance approval. Email service setting, we will all be seeing it into our classes. Then setting all approvers, we can have dynamic approver, we can have group approver, we can have standalone approver. All those approver can be like included in this package. And this is like kind of a managed package that for admin or for all user. And like this is like very user friendly. We can have a preview approval page where we can see all the chains over there to see like whoever will be approving this. So this will be like a good learning with CPQ. So this was all about the content that we will be covering. Now coming to the post CPQ position that we have in our for the open position for CPQ candidate, that is for like business consultant or the CPQ consultant. So business consultant is someone who like like visualize your business, like how it will look like after implementing CPQ. And CPQ consultant is something like a Salesforce developer. We have a CPQ developer position. So these two positions we have for CPQ candidates. Now coming to the certification, so we only have CPQ specialist certification, and that the percentage like for product bundle we have 32% for pricing and discounting. It is like major part and it covered major part in certification also. That is like 39%, and then code and then CPQ platform. So we only have one certification for this, and we will be helping you with the questions that we are like that is like more likely to be asked, or the when I will be going through the UI, I can show you the fields that are like more asked. They have scenario in the CPQ specialist certification. There are like more scenario based questions. So in those all thing, like when we will be going through training, I can like give you deeper insight, which can be asked into certification. So I think like that's it from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
Regarding as a developer, what is the custom stack for the CPQ? Like, for example, we use Apex and Visual Force or Lightning, right? From CPQ point of view, what is the stack?
So for CPQ, we need to know JavaScript. So we have a QCP over there. So anything that cannot be achieved by price rule or product rule. So there is one custom script that is an object, record object, where we need to code it from JavaScript.
Just JavaScript with Apex, yes? That's what you're saying?
No, only JavaScript. So like the custom script, like anyway, you can have Apex because it is like Salesforce platform, but anything you wanted into the code line editor or the dynamic where we are using price rule, but we cannot achieve it by price rule. Like we cannot have loop in price rule, like for loop on code lines or anything. So what we can do is we can have a custom script where via JavaScript we can write a code, and that custom script we sync it with the managed package, and that is like a custom setting that we have for CPQ. Apart from that, everything can be done by Apex.
Okay. Any tools for the CPQ point of view for the batch uploads, like prices, products, as an admin, if you want to do it right? Is it provided by to the managed package or something which we need to do it like the third-party products?
No, so we need to use third-party products only. So like data, because we have like mostly record things in the CPQ. We don't have much data, metadata. We have only data. So either we can use data loader and we can use success error file for it, or we can have external IDs on the record and then we can have it via Workbench. And we have one paid app that is like ProProofs. Sorry, not ProProofs. I cannot recall the name, but there is one paid app. So by which we can directly deploy objects.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we have one question in chat about how is different from Velocity CPQ and are you providing any practice for? So Velocity CPQ, I'm not sure about Velocity CPQ, how it works, but I believe like objects, kind of object scenario wise is same, but I don't think they have same object with Salesforce CPQ. And we are not providing any practice of, we need to install the free, we will be having a developer org and we will be having free managed package for CPQ and then we will be practicing. Guru, if this answer your question, let me know. Anyone was speaking, sorry.
Yeah, I have one more question. CPQ is more closely to the developer or admin? Like the
Actually,
like development
so
will
like
be more.
mostly.
One second. Yeah. I just want to confirm that CPQ is more. We need to do more coding, or else we can go with the admin, whatever we have in the Salesforce. Can we know that?
No. Yeah, so like mostly thing will be done by the objects that we have for like it will be click on click things that we can do with the on inbox thing. So there will be very less customization in CPQ. Majorly thing can be done by configuration only.
Okay, then whatever the requirements we'll get from the clients, we can go through administration only. Most of the tasks, right? You want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we have a coding, that will be on the Apex totally, all right? Or do we need
So
to
like
go?
So there are like two things. One is the code line editor. So anything you want to edit runtime or code line editor where you are adding those products and you want to change dynamically anything over there. So there we use price rules, okay? But anything that cannot be achieved by price rule will be done by custom scripts. Okay. So that will be with JavaScript. Apart from that, anything like whatever thing we do in our normal Salesforce or with Apex, that can be done.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, like on Codeline Editor, without saving it, only by the click we want to have an event that can be done by custom script. Anything else for me? Anyone?
So what is the life cycle after quotes?
Okay, so after quotes, we have order line items. Then we need to close the opportunity. After we close opportunity, we will have a contract to be generated, like with order, and then contract to be generated. On contract, we can have either renewal or amendment. So renewal is something like we are renewing the old contract, and amendment is something like we are using or increasing quantity for the previous one, and the process continues for the same quotation and contracting.
Thank you.
So like while we will be there in the training, I will show you like how we are renewing it, what are fields that we can easily track for renewal codes, amended codes. We have code document for them that is like very easily tracked by CPQ. Yeah, I'm waiting if there isn't. Yeah.
I just have a question. I mean, just wanted to confirm. Then it's
Mhm.
okay that if I don't learn coding or Apex language for CPQ?
Yeah, so if you have a normal admin knowledge for it, at least you can, like,
Right.
if you know normal admin, like relationship between objects, how the sales process goes in Salesforce, so you
Right.
can go with CPQ. Only thing is, like, you need to know a little bit of JavaScript, because custom script is not every time needed. It is like very rare to be used. But yeah, you
In
should
case there is
learn
a
it for CPQ, but.
okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. In case there is a requirement from clients at that point of time, only will be requiring that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
custom
yeah.
script.
Or else, like, it can be. Yeah, right.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So fine. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, I'm waiting if anyone else have anything.
Final question.
Yeah.
How many days of course will be there for this? How many days of course and how much it will course fees?
So, like, this will, person, and you can contact on the contact number. They will discuss you for the timing, like whatever schedule we need. We can have a fast track batch, or we can have a batch with 1 hour, like per day 1 hour. So both can be done. If you need it on the fast track, we can do it. Like, we can manage over batches. You can contact on the contact numbers, and then we can see how it goes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you can WhatsApp and see. Kishore will answer this.
The projects would be real time, or how are they going to be?
Okay, so what we will be doing is, like, first, like, if we install any like we install it, I will be giving you steps. You will be doing that on runtime. Then second day, if you are doing any product bundle, I will be showing you live how we are creating all those. Then I will be giving you one assignment to complete it. So when I will be doing it, you can, like, learn it only by watching also, because I will be elaborating all these fields and everything. And if you get time, you can go through those assignment and build that in your orgs for the like brighter insight.
Okay. And what is Aptus CPQ?
After CPQ is something like that can be used within Salesforce, but like, that is, I'm not sure. Like, I haven't worked about on it, but it have, like, all the. It doesn't use your Salesforce object like account contact. It have all its object, and it is a managed package that is, like, that goes through the process completely. Like, if you are using after CPQ, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
use your normal account contact. It will be all its own process.
Okay. Mm, that is not a part of Salesforce. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but like, after CPQ is something, like, from personal experience, I can say that it is used, like, much from the, like, bigger company. If you, like, if you are looking for a job or anything, like, if you are
Mhm.
looking for specific to Aptus, that will not be helpful. But if you are looking for Salesforce CPQ, so it is used for smaller company as well as bigger companies. So there are, like, more opportunities in Salesforce CPQ.
Okay, so you mean that Aptus CPQ is a bit different from Salesforce CPQ?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay.
After completing the course, can we directly give the interviews? Like,
Uh, Yeah, I think, like, if you are doing all the assignments, and you are, like, you will be having hands-on in the org with the managed package, you can give that. And I can say, like, you will be, like, more closer to CPQ when you will be giving back-to-back interviews. So you will get to know a question, like, all those are defined questions, that, because this is a managed package, right? We have defined fields that are majorly used, that are not used. So you will get to know a batch of questions that we have, and then you can, like, crack it.
okay, those that managed package, is it free or we need to buy that?
It is free.
It is free. We need to install it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
The classes are going to be on weekends or weekdays?
That all can be managed. Like, we have different kind of batches, so you can discuss it with admin. We can let you know for weekends also, for weekdays also.
So will you share the recording videos after the class, and how much is the fees?
Yeah, so like we will be sharing you record like videos for sure, and fee you can confirm it via admin only. Like you can contact on the contact number and they can provide you the fee information. So yeah, on here you have the number or the Zoom link that you have, the invite that also have these number. You can contact on them or you can email.
How long will be the CPQ class?
If it is like 1 hour daily, we are doing it will be 2 to 3 weeks. It can be fast track, so it can be done in 1 or 1.5 week. And if you are available for weekends only, so it will take, if you are doing it both on Saturday and Sunday, it will take at least 4 or 5 weekend. If you are doing it like depends on hours we are spending per day.
Okay, thank you.
But I will suggest you like do it via train, or like if you are practicing it and you have time to do it, like you can have it fast tech if you can wrap it up and you can practice it also, and you can like if you want to apply as soon as or implement CPQ over anywhere, so you can have fast track. Okay, so is there anything else I can answer for you?
Yeah, with
Okay,
this training, how many years of experience we can claim?
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, if we are doing a job after completing like course, how many years of experience I can put up in the CV on PPQ?
Okay, so I will like this. I can tell you like whenever you are practicing things, like you have an insight over thing, you can give CPQ experience whatever you have, because CPQ interview like majorly have either direct or the scenario based. So if it is direct, you can answer them on the basis of training itself. But if it is like scenario based, so whenever you will be doing hands-on with this training itself, so you will getting to know it and then you can answer it. So I think you like within this training you can have 1 or 1.5 year of experience, but when you will go through more interviews and you will get like more what they are asking, you can claim it for more also.
Okay.
Because CPQ has like a defined thing, you cannot like there is nothing like majorly coming that should be asked in interview. So you can claim it more also if you will be knowing that those defined thing perfectly.
I think there are no questions from our side.
Okay. Okay, I think then we are good. I will be looking forward for all of you in our training. Thank you for all. Thank you to you all for joining.